We like this color. We like this color. I think it's only on when the color's on. Okay. Welcome back to episode cuatro, episode 4. Today, I want to talk about. I had this idea when I was laying in bed last night, and I was like, that would be a really fun podcast to talk about. So I was like, we're going to do it. So it is what to do when you feel clouded. And how this is how I just picture it. I picture clouded like just feeling stuck in life and maybe a little anxious. There's, at least when I feel it, there's a little bit of anxiety attached to it, like that's kind of underneath it all. And I was just like, after kind of coming out, because oh my gosh, it turned off and it's on. I don't know what to do. I'm just not gonna touch it. But yesterday I was kind of in like a funk space where I was like, I don't feel exactly right. And there's a lot of like anxiety underneath that. But then today I'm feeling like a little bit better, and actually like a lot bit better. And I've kind of just like, there's some things that I'm like, okay, I think these help. My first tip, because I'm a really big believer in like the universe. I wouldn't say that I'm like, what's the word, religious in any way, but I do believe in like a higher power that's supporting us and has our best interest in mind and is always guiding us. So my first tip is just ask for guidance. I've learned that if you just ask like, hey, I need a little bit of help right now, can you like guide me? Where am I supposed to be? Where am I supposed to go next? You can make it super simple. I found just like asking it in a question in that way has been really, really helpful for me. And it always feels like it helps. Like literally always I'm like, I just needed some inspiration. I just need an idea of what I should do right now. And then like 2 seconds later, I'm like, oh, let's go do this thing. And I feel like it's like pretty instant. It's really nice. Yeah, I feel like it always works. And right here I wrote like not like begging, but just like asking. Sometimes you can be begging and still receive an answer and still receive that guidance. Cuz a lot of manifestation, and I don't really like this part of manifestation where it's just like you have to like let go and have no attachment to it. And like yes, I agree. This is like a whole different tangent that I don't really want to get into right now. But yeah, I think you just like pose the question to the universe of like, or higher power, whatever you want to, however you want to say it, and just be like, hey, can you help me like get unstuck a little bit, however you're feeling. Tip numero dos. Um, Surround yourself with friends. I found in my life, and I'm probably going to talk about it many, many more times, the importance of friendships and the importance of just surrounding yourself with good people. And I feel like the tip is like you want them to be good people. I feel like in my life I haven't been around a lot of people who aren't good people, and I don't surround myself with that like a lot. Um but last night I was on call with my friend for like an hour, and I was kind of just like able to speak how I feel and really just express myself in a way that I just like didn't really feel like I could throughout the day yesterday. And there's something very therapeutic about it. I very much recommend investing in a good quality friend. No, I love friendships though. They're amazing. Um there's just something about like familiarity with friendships that can like, if you feel like you're spinning in a million different directions, or it feels like you're, because like for me when I feel clouded, stuck, whatever, it's almost like it feels my life is going in so many different directions. At least this is how it felt yesterday. And I just don't know if I like this rapid change. And it's more kind of almost fear too. I'm like, what if it's changing in a way that I don't want it to go in? Which I feel like is a whole nother topic to talk about sometime. But sometimes just like grounding yourself back with a good friend who you're like, okay, this person's familiar, this person I can trust, like this person reminds me of home almost, if in any way. Yeah. Um so yeah, if it just like needs to be someone you can kind of come back to and ground yourself and center yourself with. I think this also relates to, I have written right here, something familiar. Just surround yourself with something familiar. That's like another tip. Or wait, no. Yeah, familiar. I wrote familiar. Just like comforting, something that you know puts you in a good mind space or head space. So for me, Nikki's podcast, Real Talk. There's just like, I love listening to it, and I love just hearing her voice and hearing her talk about stuff. And even if it's like not super relevant, like what she's talking about isn't something super relevant to my life, I just like hearing her voice and hear her talk about it, and like the excitement behind her voice. That always like puts me in a really good mood, and makes my head feel a little bit more clear. And then also I do these, especially I do them less than I used to, but I used to be really, really big into doing like these Pilates classes on YouTube by Lily Sabri. And she just is like, she has so much energy and she's so much fun. I love her so much. She's so cute. Um, but she, yeah, just her energy too. I would always be like, sometimes I just want to do an ab workout just to like be in a good mood after, just from like listening to her. So I'd say also surround yourself with something familiar that makes you happy, like that is a good tip. Okay, going down the list. Um, Basic needs. Okay, I wrote this and then I wrote another thing that's like kind of like that, but we can just start with this. I don't know if like the order really matters. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But basic needs. Sometimes your basic needs just need to be met. Sometimes you need to drink more water. You just need to feel comfortable, like go to the bathroom. I don't know. Sometimes you just need to feel clean, like take a shower. Because then what I have written down here is like just get dressed. Yesterday, I felt very cute. I will say I had a messy bun on, a pair of really comfy sweatpants that I just got, and a cute sports bra, and I felt very cute. But I also like just felt off all day. And I think there's something to be said about like just get dressed in the morning, get dressed, get like a new outfit on, even if you felt really, really cute in that other outfit. That was maybe a cuteness reserved for the era of sleeping, you know, and you get to return to it again tonight if you want to. Um, Sometimes you just like need to get dressed. Honestly, I think that can really help with mental health in some ways. But I feel like that also goes under basic needs. Sometimes you just like need to feel like you'd go out into the world and whatever. Excuse me. I don't know what I've written there. My handwriting was not the best when I wrote this. Yeah, sometimes you just like need to drink water. Sometimes you just need to like sleep. You're like, have I gotten enough sleep? Maybe I just need to take a little rest. Food's a really big one for me. Sometimes I'm just like, I am so out of it right now. And I'm like, okay, let's just go eat something. And so then I'll like go eat something. And then I'm like, okay, I feel so much better now, guys. It looks like I said positive. Positive. Oh, yes, yes, yes. This is what I wrote here. So sometimes you just need movement. I feel like that goes under basic needs too. Sometimes you just like need to get out of, you just need to move your body, you know, however you want to do that, whether it's a walk. And so then here I wrote, I think walks are really good. I don't think I take advantage of walks as much as I could, um, or as much as like would be really good for me. But taking walks, especially with like a positive podcast that just like puts you in a good headspace, like Nikki's podcast, I think that's all really, really good and can also help you get out of funk. The last thing I want to say, and this is just something that's helped me a little bit because sometimes I can get like very vast in my mind and I'm like, what's the point of life? What am I here to do? And I think that mindset's really beautiful, and sometimes it can take me out of the present moment and out of just enjoying where I'm at right here, right now, all of it. So, my leg is like overheating. Um, my foot is really cold. That's weird. Maybe forget I said that because it's a little TMI almost. Um, but the thing I have written here is do something that is something you want to do. Just do something for the sake of doing it. This could be like a million different things. Maybe you want to take a bath. Maybe you want to take a shower. Maybe you want to go on a walk. Maybe you want to watch something. This morning, I was just like, I'm just feeling really, really in the mood to watch The Summer I Turned Pretty. So I watched 2 episodes because they were the last 2 episodes of season 2. I'm rewatching the series again because I am kind of in love with Jeremiah. Honestly, he's so fine. He's just so cute. He's like perfect. But maybe not for Belly. For me. That's how I'm feeling. Um, besides the point. I was watching The Summer I Turned Pretty this morning, and I got to be in my little cozy outfit, but then after that was done, I'm like, okay, let's get dressed. Let's get ready for the day. But I got to take some time this morning to be just like, okay, what do I want to do instead of what I feel like I should do? Because I know, especially for me, so I feel like if I experience it, some other people have to be experiencing it too. You get caught up in like, what do I feel like I should be doing? Should I be doing going on a walk, for example? Should I go to the gym? I don't know why. My mind's just like in movement ideas sometimes. Should I like call my friend and see if she wants to hang out? And sometimes like when something comes from like a should I want to do this instead of do I actually want to do this? And I think something I've found in my life is that all the best things come from when you want to do them. Because sometimes I'm always like, I feel like I should film a podcast episode, but I don't know if I really want to. And then when I actually get into it, I'm like, I want to film a podcast episode. Let's do this. So that's really exciting. Yeah, just under that, something that's aligned with you, something that you just want to do, and that feels good for you, and just trust that like everything's meant to happen when it's meant to happen. You don't need to like force anything. You don't need to rush into anything. Because I know for me, sometimes when I'm doing something that I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere in life. Like sitting here watching an episode of The Summer I Turned Pretty. Like, I don't know. I didn't say that very well, but I just like, I'm like, I should be doing something else. Like I should be doing something productive. Like it's okay. You're allowed to enjoy yourself. You're allowed to like, just like the way the universe works, like you're productive even when you're doing nothing and just enjoying yourself. I think that's a really big thing. And like law of attraction, just like taking care of your energy, taking care of how you feel, because you're not meant to always be productive, especially as women. I know like I could go into a whole long rant about this, I feel like, but like women's cycles, there's times when it's like, no, prioritizing rest is actually what's best for you, and it's what's gonna help your health overall. But that was a whole nother thing. Okay, something I have written here is if you don't know what you want to do, because I know for me, if I'm in like a clouded space where I just feel stuck, I'm like, I don't really know who I am. That's kind of like what gets it started a little bit. I'm like, who do I show up as? How do I want to be? So what if you don't know what you want to do? What if you don't know what sounds good? Oh my gosh, it just turned off again. I really hope it doesn't make the audio all glitchy. But if it does, I'm sorry, lo siento. If you don't know, you can go back to like asking for guidance. Ask the universe like, "Hey, can you give me an idea of something that would like really support me and something that just sounds really fun right now." And I think that all can really help to clear your head. Or those are just like my tips of how like your head can get cleared. I really don't like living in clouded states because I just feel lost. And so if this video is helpful, I'm very, very happy because it's not fun. And I think it's also like there are ways to get you out of it, or ways to like help support yourself when you're in a space like that I honestly just forget about sometimes. And sometimes you just gotta let it like take its course, you know? It's meant to be how it is there. So maybe like so that you can enjoy times when you're not later. I don't know. There's perfect timing within everything. I was scared I wasn't gonna say that right for a second, but yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna end the episode here. I think I want to film another episode. I had this idea last night when I was laying in bed. I always have so many ideas before I'm going to bed. I'm trying to fall asleep and I'm just like, but I have so many ideas. I need to write them all down. It's just like, and it's so funny, honestly. It's kind of irritating, actually. It's not very funny. It is and it isn't, you know. Okay, but I think I'm going to end that there and film my next episode. But I hope this video was helpful. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!